Al Jazeera Podcasts.
Women represent 50% of the universe, but yet we don't have 50% of the opportunities. But things are changing.
Do you believe in unicorns? Perhaps you should, because they do exist. But if you're a woman, you might have a smaller chance of seeing one. Work with me here. Have you ever wondered why there are so few women at the helm of companies that reach unicorn status? Basically, companies that reach a valuation of $1 billion without being listed on the stock market. Or have you ever thought about where all the women investors are, even though women make up 43% of entrepreneurs worldwide? And here's one striking statistic I can't get my head around. It's 2024 and women still, on average, earn 16% less than men. Well, I want to know how we, as women, can close that gap. That's why I wanted to speak to the first Latina to lead a company to unicorn status. She's a woman whose job it is to know the future of money. I'm Samantha Johnson, and this is Now You Know, a new series from Al Jazeera dedicated to amplifying women's voices, stories, and at times, some pretty uncomfortable topics. This is a safe space where we go all in so that by the end of each episode, you can say, now I know. Silvina Moschini, entrepreneur, businesswoman, future of money and cryptocurrency expert. She's got some wisdom to pass on, and she's got the extra accolades to back it up. Silvina received the Lifetime Achievement Award from the Women in Tech and has been named Woman of the Decade by the Women Economic Forum. So, Silvina, thank you so much for joining us on Now You Know. We've got a lot to get into.
Absolutely my pleasure to be here again.
You are an ambitious and an accomplished woman.
Well, many people inspire me along my life, men and women. One in particular was my dad, that when I was a little girl, asked me a question that changed my life forever. He asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up. And he told me that I could be whatever I wanted to be. But if I wanted to be a princess, I should be a princess that built her own castles. And that changed my life significantly because I learned that I needed to be financially independent.
So be your own princess, but also build your own castle. Was that quite common in Argentina where you were growing up? What was the culture like in terms of inspiring young women?
Actually, in my generation, those that are like over 40, we were traditionally and culturally trained to get a job, work forever in the same company, get married. And in Latin America, there is a saying for women that just keep yourself with your mouth shut, that you look prettier that way. Like, don't speak up, don't stand for yourself, don't just, be your own person, because it's a very male-oriented society and women were traditionally trained to follow, not to lead.
How did you break through that noise?
Resilience, hard work, just like what women do, like work harder, just never give up. Surround myself with people that believed in me and just be truthful to my principles and doing things as an entrepreneur, not because of the money, but because of the purpose. And my reason and my motivation was to make it easier for many more women or little girls to, find their place in the society and being economically independent.
Well, let's talk about your entrepreneurship. When was the first time you actually dipped your toe into that world?
Oh, it was a long time ago. I just joined in 2000 a company at a time when the world was divided between the dot-coms and the brick and mortars, what are now called the startups. Yeah. And I was invited to be part of the leadership of a company from Latin America that was doing something very revolutionary. Back in 2000, they were building an online bank when at that time it was absolutely crazy, insane to think that anyone will put money on a bank that didn't have offices, like an internet bank. And it was super exciting because it just opened up a world of opportunities on what can be done with technology to change people's life. And after this experience in a bank that was eventually sold in $785 million to Banco Santander, a very large bank from Spain, from Europe, I realized that I wanted to be on the side of innovators, of the disruptors, of the people that see things broken and want to fix them, because there are so many things that needed to be fixed, and a huge opportunity for entrepreneurs to actually improve how things are done by taking these challenges and finding or trying to find solutions to them.
How did you feel about just taking that risk? Did you have any doubts?
Well, doubts, sadly, you have every single day. So, yes, it's sometimes scary, but you also get a lot of inspiration and motivation from the possibility and the opportunity to do something that can change and touch the life of millions. And in my case, I found my own inspiration on finding solutions to issues that I face as a woman or as an entrepreneur. As a woman, I face many issues: access to capital, to find my ways to fund my own company, access to flexible work opportunities. So I build companies around that, because I said that to myself, like, if I have this issue, I'm sure that many more women will have the issue as well. And then I founded a company that facilitates remote work opportunities for women, so they can balance work and life, called She Works. And then I founded a company that facilitates access to capital, because it was challenging for me to raise capital from the traditional financial institutions, because only 2% of the capital will go to women, because it's a male's work. So we decided that there should be better solutions and opportunities.
You just mentioned something very interesting there about how challenging it is for women to get funding. But I also want to know what it's like being Latina in business as well. So did you have any challenges?
Yes, I have many challenges, but I have also many opportunities. The opportunities comes from the fact that we are so unusual that they don't see you coming. So perhaps it works in favor, because you don't seem to be dangerous. So sometimes you have an extra chance at getting things done before the competition develops, or before someone see you as a threat. It happens to women in general. Is that as they don't see us coming, sometimes we don't get the opportunities on potential. And when you are building things up, you are basically being evaluated on potential, not on proof. So we have to work extra hard every single step of the way to actually deliver, because we are not given the benefit of the doubt.
You're part of a show called Unicorn Hunters.
Get ready, world, for a whole new way to invest. Introducing the Unicorn Hunters,
We are talking about a cultural and economic shift.
a savvy group of investors whose only job is to provide an unvarnished assessment of who they think can become the next unicorn. Meet the Circle of Money. Our Unicorn Hunters, Silvina Moschini, international entrepreneur and CEO of She Works.
I believe in you, and I'm going to invest.
What is it all about?
A unicorn in the business world is a $1 billion company, and a venture capitalist from Silicon Valley long time ago named this type of companies unicorns, because they were very, very rare to find. And in the general concept of what a unicorn is like something magical, very unique, one in a billion, something that is very, very difficult to find. So we created a show called Unicorn Hunters, playing with the double meaning. So we are looking for that unicorn, that billion-dollar company that can be a complete game changer. And we're looking for these entrepreneurs all over the world.
So you're creating opportunities for everybody worldwide.
We are actually connecting the dots between these amazing entrepreneurs and the people who want to support them and fund them, so they can have the opportunities they deserve.
Silvina, you are one of the foremost experts on the digital economy and how blockchain technologies and token-based economics are transforming and disrupting wealth creation. Now, for those who don't know exactly what it is, can you just explain what it's all about?
Yes, in the crypto world or in the blockchain world, a lot has happened and a lot of people as well has been burned because it was a new technology.
Bitcoin's promise to create a new decentralized financial system beyond the control of governments and banks has captured the imagination of the world.
So crypto is, in the case of Bitcoin, a currency that is anchored in a technology called blockchain. And the blockchain is a technology that basically connects through blocks information to keep it locked and inaccessible. And blockchain, it's the technology that it's behind the new concept of money that can allow for facilitating transactions and also now as well for investing. And this is where we come to play with our company Unicoin, creating an investment vehicle, a digital token.
This is the cryptocurrency for everyone.
To become the #1 cryptocurrency. The Unicoin brand, the future of money is here.
Eventually, if things go as we expected, we'll be able to pay and transact with that. So it's just the traditional evolution of money from paper money into digital money.
But when it comes to cryptocurrency, it does seem to fall in and out of headlines. So where are we at the moment and where are we going to end up with cryptocurrency?
Crypto is going through cycles. It started strong, went like super high. There were like many bad actors in the industry that many of them were public scandals and went to jail.
FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried arrested in the Bahamas.
Sam Bankman-Fried has been sentenced to 25 years for what's been called one of the biggest financial crimes in US history.
And the market is cleaning up and regulators are starting to be more assertive and more clear on how to play in and what the rules are for.
So is it about playing the long game then when it comes to crypto?
Yes, and it's also about choosing right, because there are like hundreds of thousands of projects of crypto. So most important thing is understand how your investment profile is, understand your tolerance to risk, and understand what type of crypto you are investing in. You are investing in crypto that is regulated, is publicly reporting, you know who is behind, do they have any assets, what is their business model. Just, make, as in any other investment vehicle, smart decisions. But most importantly, people never should invest more than they are willing to lose.
So what is the role of cryptocurrency in bringing women into the world of investment?
One of the things that I love about that, Sam, is like women traditionally, we manage money, like no doubt about that. We made 80% of the purchase decisions in the world. We are by de facto the CFO of our own households. We decided what to buy, how to buy it, the car, the house, the vacation, the soap, anything. But historically, we were not in control of our own financial future. We were in control of how we use the money, but we were not trained to make decisions about how we invested, how we put our money to work for us. And this was like perceived as something that it was complicated. Hence, it was for men, for the husband to decide where the money is going to be put. And crypto just magically, as it is very easy to invest and people can invest with smaller tickets, just break this barrier, allows women to get their feet wet and invest in crypto. And now more and more women are buying crypto. And I believe that this will be like the next frontier of investment for women. And it's simply because women are taking control of their financial future without feeling guilty for doing so.
Yeah, we're doing all of the above. I love it.
And when you have financial independence, you have the freedom to be wherever you want to be and to do whatever your heart tells that you can do. Every idea of freedom starts with financial independence. No money, no rights.
Have you noticed an investment pattern depending on where you are in the world?
It's a very good question because I saw in emerging markets more women innovating in the way they invest. For example, in Mexico, 53% of the crypto holders are women. And in countries like Thailand as well. Emerging markets, for example, like Philippines, is one of our top markets. When I tell people my first big client was the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for remote workforce management back in 2015, like people look at me like surprised. How could you be a woman and being in Saudi Arabia doing businesses? And I say, I saw more change in Saudi Arabia in the last 5 years than I've seen in the last 100 years in the United States in terms of equality and inclusion and opportunities.
What message would you have for women who want to start their own business or just start investing?
If they want to become entrepreneurs, first I will warn them that this is not easy. There is nothing romantic about being an entrepreneur. It's hard. It's super hard, and you must love like every single thing of what you do, and do it for something that is bigger than yourself. Because there will be many times where you will question yourself, what I'm doing here. Like I could just like have a life because you have to give up a lot of your life. Like I've been working crazy hours nonstop for the last 15 years to build the companies that I'm running now, with different iterations and pivots and adjusting to the crisis of the market. And it takes an enormous amount of resilience and grit. And it's very humbling because it just reminds you every single day that you never will learn it all, that you never will have all the answers. But having said that, it's incredibly rewarding to build something that can impact the life of so many people. So it's super challenging. But the market now offers so many opportunities because with the share economy, like you want to start the e-commerce shop, you can use drop shipping, you can have a supply chain and integrate other entrepreneurs into your company who will put their businesses to build your product, or use Instagram where people will, create content for you. It's just so much easier now.
It's more accessible to everybody, and for women in particular.
Yeah, completely different. You can start businesses on the side with, 10% of your time and become a 10% entrepreneur while you are doing something as your full-time job. And whenever it takes off, you can just jump in and give your everything, because there are a lot of resources out there.
But I just wanted to know, Silvina, what's your purpose?
My purpose in life is to democratize access. I believe that there are many systems that are broken. The financial system is broken in a way that only rich people get richer. Also, when it comes to entrepreneurs, democratize the access to capital, not letting their companies collapse because they couldn't find the right VC. And this could be a total game changing for people. And the other mission and purpose that I have is with Unicorn, is to democratize the access to investment opportunities. And when it comes to women, making it easy and changing crypto from dirty, murky, corrupt, anonymous into good crypto with purpose, crypto that is transparent, that is regulated, and that has the mission to fuel innovation through our sister company, Unicorn Hunters, and by investing in the entrepreneurs that are actually the ones that are changing the world.
And finally, what are the 5 steps to unicorn status?
Well, first and most important is you have to solve a problem. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to build a company that has a solid chance to to succeed, you have to find the problem that is large enough, that is urgent enough, and a solution to address it. Once you have that, you need to make sure that you build a solid team with the available resources that you may have. In some cases, could be friends and family, could be your pal, could be someone that just have a shared passion and this shared vision and build that. And then just get creative and access to capital and resources to get the company to scale. And the fourth one is to become a good storyteller. And I will not say this enough. We as entrepreneurs, we are telling stories. We're building the illusion of the future that we can create. So you need to be able to communicate properly and then just have impact and purpose in mind. I always believe that we should not invest in a company just because it's a good business opportunity, but also because of the purpose. And doing companies with purpose, doing companies that solve real issues, it's, in my experience, a very good business opportunity. And taking social entrepreneurship and social impact into the equation for me has been paramount, because purpose and legacy and giving people the chance to make a dent on the universe is like what really, really makes a difference.
Silvina, you've definitely made me believe in unicorns. Thank you very much for joining us on Now You Know.
My pleasure. It's been amazing to be here with you.
So now you know what the future of money looks like and what it takes to lead a business to that $1 billion mark. A huge thanks to Silvina Moschini for joining me on this episode. And of course, a special thanks to you for listening and watching Now You Know.